we got a new project. This is a Chrysler Grand Voyager from 2001. In Europe we call it Grand Voyager, but in the US I think you call it the Town and Country, I guess. It got 22,000 kilometers on it, and it hasn't been ran for the last 2 or 3 years. This project is gonna be many episodes. We got a lot of stuff to do on it, and in this video I will list what I've seen so far, and it's everything from the windscreen, it's brakes, it's rust, it's interior, it's everything. And in the end I will tell you how much I paid for this car, and my guess is that this is the cheapest Chrysler Grand Voyager in all of Europe. Stay tuned. Now we're gonna roll the intro. So that you are gonna get a picture of what we need to do with this car, we're gonna go through the list that I've put together. But first we're gonna go over the specs of this car. As I mentioned, it's from 2001. It's got 22,000 kilometers. It's a 3.3 liters V6 engine. It's an all-wheel drive, 174 horsepower, so not a beast. It got 7 seats in the car. That's a normal minivan. The color is dark gray. I don't got the color code right now, but I will find it out, and because I have to do some touch-up work on the painting. What else? Yeah, we got motorized side doors. We got motorized trunk lid. I don't know if you call it trunk lid, but trunk lid. Okay, so now we got some background information of this car. Oh, and I forgot. Later in this video I'm gonna tell you how much I paid for it and the story how we got it here, because it was not a fun ride back home. Now I'm gonna list the things that I've seen so far that we need to do on this car to get it through the inspection. And when I first bought a car, the guy who sold it to me, he said that the engine was like stalling and was blubbering when you drove it. So I did some googling, and my guess is that this is the map sensor. So this is one of the first thing I'm gonna do with this car, is to install the new map sensor so it runs better than it did on the way back home. Then we have brakes, because the brakes are so rusty and crusty, so we really need to redo them. We're gonna have new brake pads, we're gonna get rid of all the rust and repaint them so they are fresh and working properly again, because brakes is something you really need when you drive a car. So number 2, yeah, I got nail polish. It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg. Third thing, got the car and we tried to get it heated and warm, because it was like -5 Celsius outside that day, and the wind was blowing and it was snowing and not good conditions to get a car back home. The windscreen didn't wanna get rid of the ice, so we had a hard time to get it visible, and I didn't see much, and that was because one of the fan motors didn't work. The one in the front, the one in the back did. That is thing number 3. Number 4. We got some rust on the car. We got it on the rear fenders, trunk lid, the frame, suspensions and everything, so that it's gonna need quite a lot of work to get rid of all the rust. Number 5. We got a leaking exhaust system, so that is need to get swapped to a new one, or if we can fix it in some way. But I think we're gonna need to just get rid of this old one and put in a new exhaust. Number 6. Sliding doors on both sides doesn't work, or the trunk lid in the back, the motorized one. That is something we need to dig into, and I don't know what it could be. I'm not an electrician and I'm not a mechanic either, really. So this is do and learn, if you say so. I will just Google quite a lot and then just try to do it. Doesn't work, try again, doesn't work, try the third time, and hopefully it works. So trial and error. Number 7, headlights. These are the worst I've seen so far. Doesn't have any cracks in them, but they are really filthy. It has this green like sea stuff or from the nature, what's called swamp, or I don't know. It's not good. Windscreen got a big old crack in it, and it actually happened when I drove it back home. Probably had a chip in the glass from before, and then when I had a cold car, put up some heating in the car, there wasn't much, but it's like that needs to be fixed before the inspection. Number 8. We gotta clean this car properly. My daughter did a heck of a job yesterday. She was vacuum cleaning all of the car. I will show you a photo right now. She was like with the ear protection and then just she kept going for like 30 minutes at least. So she did a really good job. So it's not too dirty inside, but there is some mold in the carpet, on the doors. They left like old candy and stuff, so we need to manage that one. Number 9. Then we got the interior. The headlining doesn't have any adhesive left, so it's just letting go from the ceiling. Number 10. We gotta do some service. It hasn't been done for a couple of years, and just a hint of how dirty it could be, I'll show you this. So my other kid, Enzo, he helped me out with trying to change the tires and stuff, and we opened the air filter in the engine compartment, and this is what we found. Do you think it's in need of a service, maybe? Out with that one, and in with a new one later on. Number 11! And also a common problem with this car is that the oil tank underneath and the transmission oil tank, or what it's called, quite often leaks oil. So we need to change that gasket, and that we will do when we do the service. So we can empty all the oil, get rid of the tank, new gasket, and up again so we can stop the leaking because it's quite wet underneath. Okay, but I think that's it. And I hope you want to know how it goes with this project. And as you might have noticed, I'm not from US or England, I'm from Sweden, and I hope to get this car going maybe within 6 months maybe, so we can have it to the summer or at least during the fall. So please like, share, subscribe. You know what to do, because I'm gonna need the support. And if you have some advice on common problems, how I should do things, please just write a comment, please. I will surely need it. Who knows, when it's done, maybe I sell it and hopefully can earn some money on it, or I'll keep it for a few years and we can have it on vacation when we go to the mountains, or just throw in the kids and just go to the beach, I don't know, something. Okay, but now, as I said in the beginning, I'm gonna tell you the story about when we picked it up and what I paid for it. So, my fiance found this car on Marketplace on Facebook. There was a girl who didn't put up any pictures, nothing. She just wrote a short text that she had a Chrysler Voyager from 2001. The engine light was on and it was stalling or blubbering when it was driven. And the price idea was 1,000 Swedish kronor. That is about 100 bucks. Or $100, or I don't know, 80 pounds. And he had owned it for like 2-3 years, was supposed to get it through the inspection but didn't have the energy to do anything about it, so it's been just sitting. So we bought it for 100 bucks. That must be the cheapest one in Europe, right? So when we were gonna pick it up, we came to his house and was sitting on just a parking lot. 2 of the summer tires were flat. The winter tire, all 4 were flat, so we couldn't drive the car home. It started up, but we couldn't drive it home because we didn't have any tires. Next day, I got back home, onto the Marketplace, found a couple of tires, or 4 tires of course, that was located just outside my town. Picked them up the day after, drove back to this car to pick it up, trying to put it on in the front. The caliper was too big. So the rim was touching the caliper, so the wheel couldn't move. So it's like, oh no. Okay, so we had to rethink. The winter tire still on the rear. Then we kept the summer tire on the front because we had 2 summer tires still working. Got it going, had some problem with the heating, couldn't see a shit. Got it on the road. The headlights, as you might see, are terrible. Total darkness. It's black, pitch black. It was like driving in 70, but rubber scraper. I was like, because I couldn't see anything. Well, 30 minutes later, and I got back home, almost hit a lady when I was crossing the last intersection. I was like, couldn't see shit, so I was like, and then just ran over a girl or a woman. Oof, heart attack. So guys, that's about the first video I will do of this car, and hopefully you will be interested and follow my journey. If you do, please subscribe to the channel and just give a high five in the comments or anything, so I know that you're there and we can continue this journey together. The next episode I will either do the map sensor if we got it, or I will dig into the brakes because they are rusty as hell. See you next time, comrades. Ciao!